It's honestly ridiculous that we even have to have a discussion about this. Never, ever in my years of living, in my parents' years of living, in my grandparents' years of living, have teachers ever been more excited to share their sex lives with their students.
Do I lie? Do I pretend I'm single? Do I invalidate my spouse's stance as a trans femme person?
Are you one of those single tier people?
And their gender with their students ever. So as you all know from the media and from, left-wing activists and gender theory activists, they really, really, really want to push this idea of gender theory and I guess the study of masculinity and femininity in our schools and teach these to our children. And these teachers want to personally do it by explaining who they are as a person and what sexual orientation they are. And it's wild. When did our entire school system turn into a sex ed class?
Hello, I'm Angela, and over the next few sessions, we're going to be together talking about you growing up, your body, its changes, and a lot more.
So here is the definition of gender theory. Gender theory is the study of what is understood as masculine and or feminine and or queer behavior in any given context, community, society, or field of study, including but not limited to literature, history, sociology, education, applied linguistics, religion, health sciences, philosophy, and cultural studies. The term sex refers to the categories of the biologically observable human body, female and male or intersex, while the term gender refers to the categories of social expectations, roles, and behaviors, feminine and masculine. Some argue, however, that even biological sex is socially constructed and that masculine and feminine behaviors may be rooted in physiology as well. The word gender can also be used as a morphological form in some languages. I don't know if you noticed, but the only thing missing on that list out of the religion, health sciences, philosophy, cultural studies was biology. Our biology. Now, the issue that I personally have with this, I'm a parent. I have 2 kids. I don't want them to learn this stuff from a teacher. If they have a question, I want them to come and ask me so I can teach them myself the way that I want them to grow up personally, because every parent has their own ideals for how they want their kids raised. And that's fine. Every parent should. But to have teachers try to intervene and try to be that middleman and then kick the parents to the side and say it doesn't matter what they say is absolutely wrong. And it's not going to happen. If my kids ever come home and say that their teacher was teaching about this stuff and they did not tell them to come to me, or they told my kid not to listen to what I had to say or not to involve me in it, I will raise hell.
Not today, Satan.
Honestly, as a parent, are you kidding me? Like, who thinks that this is a good idea, really? Someone please tell me who thinks this is a good idea. Not only does this teach our kids that they can make whatever decisions that they want to on their own, which kids are not capable of. I don't know if you don't get this, but kids are not smart. They might be smart for their age, but kids are not smart. They need structure. They need to be taught things so that they can make informed decisions for themselves. This is enabling them to make the wrong decisions because they're going to make a decision as a young child and they're going to hate that decision later on in life. And it's irreversible. It's going to have so many issues. Let's talk about being transgender for a second. Now, a lot of people might say, this has nothing to do with being transgender. It just has to do with the study of gender theory. Well, you're completely wrong. It has everything to do with transgender because you're not only teaching a man that they can be feminine, you're teaching a woman that they can be masculine as well. So why is that not teaching them to be transgender? Does that make sense to anybody? And if we look at it here, it's okay. They go through hormone therapy. Hormone therapy is horrible. So let's look at what hormone therapy does to help. Let's look at this. So Feminizing hormone therapy can make gender dysphoria less severe. That's in your brain. Reduce psychological and emotional distress. That's also in your brain. Improve psychological and social functioning. Also in your brain. Here we go. Improve sexual satisfaction. Okay. Improve quality of life. Okay. So that's also in your brain, right? Improve quality of life because you want to make it easier on you mentally because how you feel. These are all based on feelings. Now, it does say research suggests that feminizing hormone therapy can be safe and effective. If used in an adolescent, hormone therapy typically begins at age 16. So before they can even freaking make a decision on their own as an adult, before they're allowed to move out of the house. Ideally, treatment starts before the development of secondary sex characteristics so that teens can go through puberty as their identified gender. Many trans girls are treated with a medication to delay the start of puberty. Gender-affirming hormone therapy is not typically used in children. Thank you. A lot of parents are trying to push the idea that it's okay for their kids to go through these changes when they're, in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, and it's not. It really isn't. Now let's look at the risks. So we looked at the positives, okay? Every single positive is up here, is just for your brain to make you feel better and not hurt your little feelings, right? Now the risks, it says talk to your doctor about the changes in your body and any concerns you might have. Complications of feminizing hormone therapy might include a blood clot in a deep vein thrombosis, or in a lung, pulmonary embolism, high triglycerides, a type of fat lipid in your blood, weight gain, infertility, high potassium, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, excessive prolactin in your blood, nipple discharge, stroke, and wait, what's the last one? Increased risk of breast cancer compared to men whose gender identity and expression matches the stereotypical societal characteristics related to their sex assigned at birth. Cisgender men. These are all physical. These are all physical risks. Everything that was good about it was mental, all for your feelings, all to make you feel better socially. All of the risks are physical. You're going to physically do this to your body.
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
Now, let's get this straight. We're not talking about adults here. We're talking about children. We're talking about indoctrinating this into our kids' schools and allowing them to think that this is okay. Now, I read all of this off of the mayoclinic.org. This is from the Mayo Clinic itself, okay? It baffles me that we really think that this stuff is okay. This is what you're going to do to your kid. And they don't know what decisions to make. They're not smart enough. You give the kid an option to have chicken for dinner or to have cake for dinner. What do you think they're going to do? You think they're going to pick chicken? Are you serious? We're enabling them to make bad decisions and in life-altering decisions, things that are going to cause them major issues later on in life. If you're an adult and you want to make this decision, go ahead. That is completely up to you. But trying to teach these things to our kids is going to lead to these issues. So to all of those special teachers out there that think that they need to teach their students that this stuff is okay to go through and that being transgender is okay at a young age, and talking about their masculinity and their femininity and saying that it's okay for a man to be a woman and a woman to be a man without looking at the facts and telling them what issues could come later on, you're a horrible, horrible person. I just want to let you know that. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about this, because this is something that is very scary, and a lot of people are trying to push. A lot of insane, mentally disturbed, just ridiculous people are trying to push, and it's absolutely sad. It's absolutely pathetic, and I don't want my kids learning it. I don't think you want your kids learning it either. So let's talk about it.